All right, let's get right into it. Today we're looking at a company that is, well, it's one of the strangest I've ever seen. We're going to peel back the layers on a firm that seems to have two completely different personalities. This is the story of IntelliAI.
So I want to start with this quote. It's from one of the company's own documents. Just let that sink in for a second. Non-causal time loops. I mean, come on. That sounds like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Like an emergency alert from the AI on some deep space vessel?
Which leads to the obvious question, what does that even mean? Is it just some wild marketing talk? Is it code for something else? This question right here is the mystery we're going to unravel together today.
And trust me, it gets even weirder. The whole document is peppered with stuff like this. You see things like quantum neural matrix, chrono inhibitors, dimensional fraying. Honestly, it reads like a frantic log entry from a scientist trying to stop reality from collapsing. It's super dramatic, it's intriguing, and it makes absolutely no sense.
But here's the kicker. This isn't a script. It's not some creative writing project. These phrases, they come from the internal documents of a real company trying to raise real money to solve real business problems. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's actually going on. The company is called the IntelliAI Group. They're an AI solutions provider based in South Africa, and when you crack open their official master manual, the story changes dramatically.
And just like that, the contrast is, well, it's jarring. No more time loops, no fraying dimensions. Instead, you get a very clear, very grounded mission. Build custom AI to help businesses across Africa. They're working in super practical sectors, tax, finance, mining. This is the official, buttoned-up face of IntelliAI.
And their plans are just as down to earth. This isn't just some vague idea. They have a detailed plan for their seed funding. 40% for product development, 30% for hiring people, the whole thing. It's a totally normal strategic plan for a serious tech startup. So, where's the disconnect, right? Let's dig into what they actually do. So, how does all this ambition translate into the real world? Well, to really get a handle on what IntelliAI can do, you have to look at their most detailed case study, which is their work in the mining industry. This is where the futuristic talk meets the gritty reality of digging stuff out of the ground.
And get this, their real-world results are incredible. In a pilot project, their AI safety system called IntelliAI MineSafe slashed the injury rate at a platinum mine by a staggering 85%. That's not a theoretical number, that's a system that is literally saving lives in one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet.
And of course, there's a huge financial win too. That same system saved the mine 28 million rand a year through less time down and better productivity. So, the big takeaway here is that behind all the wild sci-fi talk, there's a company delivering serious, high-value results.
But their expertise isn't just about software, not by a long shot. They're involved in the whole mining process, right down to the fundamental, get-your-hands-dirty work of actually finding the minerals.
I mean, look at this. This is their plan for a graphite project in Mozambique. It shows you just how methodical they are. They're talking about helicopter surveys, trenching, diamond drilling, and it all leads to a JORC-compliant estimate, which is basically the global gold standard for this stuff. This shows they have a deep, almost forensic understanding of the industry.
But here's the thing. Mining is just one part of their master plan. The scope of their ambition is absolutely huge, spanning some really complex industries. Let's do a quick lightning round. First up, you've got IntelliTax AI. It uses AI to read and understand incredibly dense tax codes. The goal here is to automate a field that's notorious for human error and save companies a ton of headaches. Then you have IntelliCybersecure. Here, they're using machine learning to spot cyber threats as they happen, shifting security from just reacting to problems to actually getting ahead of them.
In healthcare, their IntelliHealth Tech division is working on predicting diseases by analyzing medical data. And what's really important here is their focus on privacy. They're highlighting their compliance with major data laws, showing they get the ethical tightrope they have to walk in this sector.
And finally, there's IntelliEduTech, which is all about creating learning platforms that adapt to each student. The big idea is to use AI to give every single student a personalized education, while also giving teachers better tools to work with. Okay, so this brings us all the way back to our central question. We have seen a super competent, data-obsessed AI company that operates across all these different industries. So why on earth do they also talk about non-causal time loops? This is where it all clicks into place. Look at the side-by-side. On the left, you've got the sci-fi jargon.
On the right, the boring business reality. What if the quantum neural matrix is just their dramatic name for their seed funding plan? What if chrono inhibitors are just the hard stop or go decisions in their mining projects that save them from wasting time? Dimensional fraying. Maybe that's the nightmare of navigating complex data privacy laws. And those non-causal time loops? Could that just be a ridiculously flashy name for a simple SWOT analysis?
So, what does it all mean? Well, IntelliAI isn't just selling a piece of software. They are selling a story. By wrapping their very real, very impressive business skills in the language of science fiction, they create this aura of overwhelming, futuristic power. It's a narrative that's designed to make them seem like they're not just one step ahead of the competition, but light years ahead.
And that leaves us with one last pretty fascinating question to think about. In this new age of AI, where everything is moving so fast, what's actually more powerful in the end? The algorithm itself, or the story you tell about it?